That's the most fun part. Come on, Pete. Hey everybody, it's early December right now up in northwest Minnesota, and Pete and I are going to do some late season scouting for deer sign, deer trails, deer activity from this past fall, and maybe connect with the grouse along the way. The whole idea is to identify a handful of potential spots to come back to next fall, either archery hunting or sneak back in with the rifle. Hopefully we can identify some good pinch points. I have about 4 areas marked on the Onyx that you can see that there's good deer trails coming through there, and this is all about just verifying what I see on the map. Hopefully corresponds to what we got here on the ground. There's a little trail coming across here, but I just did do about a 2-mile hike, and I had Isla along for that one, but we have about 5 inches of snow on the ground right now, and it's just difficult getting around, just difficult enough hiking around, and I don't want to wear her out. But Pete almost looks like he's on a grouse right now, and with my luck he's probably going to flush it, and I'm going to be sitting here talking and not prepared. But all right, we'll see what we can get into. They were in here not too terribly long ago. Pete smells them pretty good. Oh, there we go. That's what we're after. Oh, look at that. Snapping those branches. Hopefully he made it through the season and maybe encounter him in a few years. Oh, there goes a grouse. God dang it. He's moving. Pete's gone. That one may have flown a little bit too far to go back and locate. What you got there, Pete? Well, the Timberwolves have been active along this this stretch that I'm currently on, but there's still plenty of deer around here, so imagine that. But there's this great big oak tree. Oh, there goes a grouse! You gotta be kidding me! Another one! There, it's in a tree. Oh my gosh, there's 4. Pete! Pete! Joel, I hope you're not watching, but grouse for dinner tomorrow sounds really good. Oh shoot. Bring here. Pete, fetch it up. He's got feathers in his mouth. All right. Okay, well, we just got that grouse, and now I'm back at this oak tree. For the area that I'm at, that is a very big oak tree. Even that one right there would be considered a pretty good size oak tree. But anyway, it's got some pretty decent hazel going on in the understory, but there's definitely this trail that comes through right here. Pete's still looking for grouse, which is good. I can see it's a little bit lighter colored back that way, about 40 yards. That's going to be the edge of that sedge wetland. And yeah, it looks like definitely a trail coming that way. I can see a trail coming from that way. They kind of filter through here. It's kind of a pinch point once you get out that way, so it makes sense that there's trails in here. Oh, that's always a good sign. Got a little rub right there. So the hardest part about this tree will be getting started with my saddle, and we got another trail coming from back that way, so this is perfect. I'll drop that, and there's not much prep work that we need to do right here. It's nice and open. I'll be sitting up there about 15 feet or so and waiting for those big bucks to come cruising on through. We think Pete. All right, well, I'm coming down this like super old trail. I'm not sure if it's from logging many years ago, but it's basically all grown in now. That sedge swamp meadow is just behind me. And I found a decent place to hang a stand in an aspen or the saddle. And then we're just coming through here, and like 20 yards into there, a deer got up. I couldn't tell if it was a buck or not, but it was by itself. This I'm grateful for this old little corridor, because as you can see, it's really thick in here. Now we're really getting into like that northeastern Minnesota woods feel back here. We got the tamarack, and up ahead I can see I'll be getting into black spruce. All right, well, Pete and I just had flushed a grouse back here not too far ago, and there's quite a few tracks, grouse tracks in the snow, and he's working on them. Been doing really good today. But I came across a little bonus. This is a birch tree, and this is chaga right here. All the black, it's actually a fungus, and it's known to be kind of like a superfood with lots of antioxidants. I brought my hatchet along just because I knew I was going to be in areas where we could encounter it. So basically, the best way to go about this is, number one, make sure your dog is away from the tree when you're swinging this. And then I'm just going to go ahead not hit the tree and leave at least I don't know, 50-60% of it, and you can see we got a few good chunks. That goes a long way. What I'll do when I get home is break it up into chunks and let it dry by the fire for a few days. And then what we can do after that is take the chunks and put them into the crock pot on low for about, I don't know, 6 to 8 hours or so. And then we will have our chaga tea. And what I'll do is have, I don't know, 4 ounces or so with mix it with my coffee in the morning. Do that each day, and who knows, maybe I'll live to be 120. We'll see. All right, well, we just jumped up 3 grouse. We're back in some balsam fir and birch today. And I hit this one, and I don't think I would have found this if I didn't have the dog with me. But I hit it and a leg dropped, and it flew about 100 yards, and I came downwind, and Pete brought us right to it on the board. Good boy, Pete. All right, so we're about a half hour into the hike, and we got a couple things going on. We have a bunch of balsam fir trees right back here. Then it opens up into this more open ash birch area. And this tree right here looks perfect to climb up with the saddle, so we'll do that in a minute. And kind of just scope it out, see how things look. But I think this could be a pretty good rifle hunting area. And as I was looking at this tree, I looked off to my right, and there's this big birch tree that snapped. And where it snapped is where we have a bunch of chaga right there. You can see how it penetrated all the way into the tree itself. And I was looking at it, and I came to the top of this birch tree, and it must have snapped this past fall, earlier winter. You can see it had leaves on it. So it was a living tree this year. I am going to take that chaga. They say that if you come across a birch tree with chaga growing on it and the birch itself is dead, that chaga isn't going to have the nutritional content and all the benefits that it would have if the tree were living. So since it looked like this tree is living recently, it just snapped off in probably a wicked windstorm. This will be perfect for harvesting. All right, now time to get that and climb up this tree. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. Ooh. Well, there's a couple pounds of chaga right there. All right, so when I've talked about saddle hunting and climbing up trees, this is what I'm talking about. I switched over to this hunting season, and I'm never gonna go back to a ladder stand or a hang-on stand. This is the ultimate in lightweight mobility, and you're gonna see how this works. So the first thing I do, come up to the tree. Get that up as high as I can get it. Get my rope set up. All right, so that's my first move. Nice and comfortable. Now I'm just hanging. I can step off to the side. I'm gonna take my foot. Grab that line. That pops right out. Move off to the side. Secure it. And just like that, I'm up a good 12 feet. And I can just keep going up. All right, now I'm ready to come down. That's the most fun part. Come on, Pete. Oh, and then to get this down, I got my paracord here and just step away from the tree. And it pulls down just like so. Perfect.